Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. I had gotten a request to review the new Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation. So at $12, which is what this costs, I thought, why not? It's not a lot of money to spend, and I love finding new foundations and I love sharing the information that I find with you guys. Revolution Beauty or Makeup Revolution, they seem to have many different names depending upon what site you go to and where you look. They first came out with their full coverage concealer, which everyone raved about. I thought it was okay. I didn't find anything particularly spectacular about it, but that was just for me. Now with this foundation, as with the concealer, you are getting less than the typical amount that you would normally get. You're only getting 0.8 fluid ounces in this concealer. Now for some information, I actually went to the Revolution Beauty website because they offered a lot more information than Ulta did. Ulta does sell it, but if you want more concise information, especially on the color ranges, I would definitely go to Revolution Beauty to research to research your color, because they give you a large breakdown of the colors. I happen to be in the color F6. I did order this online, so I'm not sure if it's going to work for me or not. Before we get into the color ranges, I will show you a picture of the colors that they have available. I just wanted to read just a little bit about the foundation and what their claims are, etc. It says that it has lightweight buildable coverage and that it is suitable for all skin types, which I don't necessarily, as I've said in the past, I don't know really how that is possible. According to them, it has a creamy, lightweight texture that has a demi-matte finish, which hopefully will be good for me with my dry skin. And one of the claims they do make is that it does not cling to dry patches or settle into fine lines. You will see firsthand whether that is true or not. It is vegan, it's cruelty-free, it's paraben-free, and of course it is oil-free. They tell you that you can use either a blending sponge or a brush. I will be doing both for you guys today. As I said, it does come in 24 colors. I want to look at the color range and see if they have a decent color range. 24 shades is not a lot, but if the selection of the ranges is good, it could be barely on the acceptable side. Let me show you, or rather explain to you, how the description. I am in F6, I can't speak. I'm in F6 and I want to read you what they say about the color F6. It says that it is for light medium skin tones with a neutral undertone. A lot of times they just tell you light medium and just neutral, but I think that their descriptions are pretty good, and they have a lot of fair skin with pink undertone, fair skin with a yellow undertone, etc. As far as the ingredients, nothing was super alarming to me. It did have some isopropyl alcohol, but so far down, I think it was the second to last ingredient, that it actually wasn't alarming to me, because anything at the bottom list is literally less than 1% of the ingredients in your foundation. On Makeup Revolution, it is getting 4 to 5 stars according to the people who have used it and reviewed it so far. I've already moisturized and primed my face to get that step out of the way. I am going to be using my new Luxie brush that we got in, what was it? I forget what box I got it in, but I really like it. I think it's an excellent foundation brush, and I'm going to use it on this side, and then I'm going to use a multitude of beauty blender as well. Beauty blender dupes. I have my Sony Kashuk, I have my L'Oreal, which I really think they changed the formula on this, and I have my new Fuzzy Little Juno, which I really actually love. The only thing about the Juno one is it does stain, and I clean my beauty sponges every time before I use them, but the stains don't come out. It doesn't bother me, I know that they're clean, they're just stained. So I haven't even opened this, as you can see. And by the way, this will be an all-day wear test. I, of course, with my exciting life that I have, I will be doing some more cleaning. Guess what else? Laundry. You know, that's my exciting life. If you see bags over here, that is because I actually have a haul to film, because I did have to run out to the store and I picked up some stuff, and I actually vlogged in the video. I'm so proud of myself. It's so, well, I'll get into that, but anyway. So I'm really hoping that this color matches because I really don't want to have to mix another foundation. It has a a very, very large doe foot applicator, and if you look in the center, it almost has a little indentation or a well, maybe that picks up the foundation better. We're about to find out. We're going to start on the brush side. I do have one little blemish that I have to cover up, and we will see how that does. I think this will be very good. Now I'm pretty far away from the mirror, so I can't tell if it's textured or anything like that. I will hold the mirror closer, but upon first application, it did cover my red blemish quite nicely. And it may look a little pale to you, but I think it's, especially the undertone, I think it's really good. And that was just a few little dots. Of course, I have the typical gigantic bags underneath my eyes, but that's more for the concealer because I don't layer the foundation underneath my eyes really, or else it gets too cakey. Okay, let me hold this up for a minute. From what I can tell without my Simple Human mirror, I think it looks pretty good, to be honest with you. I'm so far decently happy. When I get into that mirror, I'll be able to see every single little detail, so I'll be able to give you more information. Again, my lighting out here is not great. And of course you know that I have fur, right? You know I have fur. Let's try the sponge. I feel like a Dalmatian. I'm going to try my Juno sponge. I'm very happy that this made the shade. See, now the shade looks light with the lights, but I don't know. I think I like it because the undertone, I have such a hard time with my undertone. I still have fur. I have a very sallow undertone, and it's so hard for me to find the correct undertone. My best match in an undertone is unfortunately in a BB cream. I will have to let you know after, but it's the perfect undertone. I need to like bring that with me to try to match it. It seemed to go on really nicely on with the sponge as well. Applied very quickly and easily, and I really didn't use much at all. It's a little tacky. Not as tacky as, say, for example, the Do You foundation from Too Faced. That is super tacky and super wet because it's a dewy foundation. But this has some tack to it. I think it will easily go away with some setting powder. So, you know what? I am going to go off camera. I'm going to actually do the rest of my makeup. I'm doing very simple eyes today because even though I have other videos to film, I want to keep it simple because it's just going to be put to the test with sweat and everything else today, so I don't feel like getting too dolled up. But I'll be back in a few minutes, guys. Hang tight. Hi everybody, so I am outside. Hopefully, I can't see in the viewfinder if the lighting is good or not, but hopefully you're able to get a look at what the foundation looks like. I can say that when I got back to my Simple Human mirror, my face looked a little cakey, so I took my damp sponge and I kind of patted everything in and it seemed to look better. I think it does accentuate my lines, some on my forehead and some around my mouth a little bit, and it looked a little dry. It powdered. When I put the powder on top of it, it didn't accentuate anything, and the tackiness, it's still, to me it looks like a full-on matte foundation. It reminded me, not as bad, but it reminded me of the Jouer foundation that I tried. I do think that the color is slightly light for me, which is interesting because I chose a light to medium, so that was a little confusing. Lately when I've been choosing medium foundations, light to medium, they tend to pull a little yellow or a little dark. I can definitely make it work because I bronzed up my face a little bit. I still think I just look a little pale. My other products did layer, oops, hold on, there's a bee, and I'm allergic to bees, oh my goodness. Okay, sorry. It's the end of September. There should be no bees. Anyway, now that I've just had a heart attack. And he's sticking around. Please go away. Thank you. Anyway, as I said, the other products did go well on top of it, and I just did something simple, I said, because, you know, I'm just going to be messing a dress today. But this is a check-in. Oh my god, that bee. This is the check-in outside. I'm going to go inside now, and I will definitely check in with you guys a little bit later. See ya. Bye. Hi everybody, I just wanted to stop and do a quick check-in. I realized that I did not give you the time when I finished my makeup. It was about 11:45 or so, and it is currently 6:02 in the evening. It has been a day of just running around. I was sweating. That's why I'm in a different shirt, because I was cleaning and sweating, so everything like that. I looked in my Simple Human mirror, and remember, that mirror just shows everything. Now, I asked my mom, and she said that the makeup didn't look cakey, but to me in the mirror it's caked around here. Let's see if I can just take you in a little bit. It's caked around here, and it's caked some on my forehead, and my forehead, I have not touched it. My forehead feels like tacky, and some definitely comes off on my finger when I touch. You can see some foundation on my finger, but I think it's stayed put and kind of maintained its integrity. It did get cakey in here, around my nose, and I said around my mouth, but I think it is a long wearing foundation because normally it would mostly be smeared off. I should also mention, after I put on my makeup, I did put on some setting spray, and that seemed to kind of melt it into each other. I mean, I wouldn't be horrified if I went out like this, but I'm still on the fence about it. You know, sometimes you have to try foundations with different primers, different ways of doing things, different setting powder, etc. So I'm going to do a check-in before I go to bed tonight, but as of right now, I have to say I'm on the fence. To me, it looks a little cakey. My mom said no in real life. I don't know. If you guys can tell, I'll bring it up nice and close. I didn't even bother using the zoom. I just brought the camera close. To me, it did settle into my lines. It exaggerated them. And that's my opinion. But I'll do a check-in later, and I'll give you my final thoughts. Thanks, everybody. Bye. Hey, guys. So, it's official. Stick a fork in me. I'm done. Yeah. I was going to bring my phone with me to show you the time, but I was on 2% battery, and it probably just will not make it. So, henceforth, sorry, the TV's blaring again. I look like I've been through a war. My eye was itchy. I completely wiped all of my eye makeup off of this eyeball. This one still has it on. Yeah, I'm very busy, sweaty, and yucky day. I'm in my pajamas. I am comfy, I'm cozy, and as soon as I am done, I am taking this makeup off and I'm going to bed. So as for my final thoughts are this. It's still on. Would I be horrified if I was out in public like this? No. Is it the best foundation I've tried as of yet? Definitely not. I think it would work better on maybe younger skin, and maybe I think on oily skin it would probably be fabulous. I mean, I'm even a little dewy and it's a little tacky, but I think I'm just more, I don't know, I said I don't have oily skin, but it is a little shiny. It could probably definitely use a powder, which I'm not going to do because I'm going to bed. So my thoughts are, it's worn off in a lot of spots, and I said I don't like the way it caked up in here and everything like that. I am going to give it a few more shots because I want to try different primers, different moisturizers, etc. Just see how my skin reacts to it, and I give you my thoughts further on a later date. But I said it's not, I don't hate it and I don't love it. I am somewhere in between as of right now. Again, for my skin type, I'm almost 50. I have, you know, dry skin, etc. So, those are the statistics. That's my take on things currently. As you can see, I said, you know, I mean, you can see the powder is held up very nicely on it. So, those are my final thoughts. I hope everyone has an amazing, I was going to say day, but I'm so tired, I'm just going to say have an amazing night. Wherever you are, if it's day, wherever you are, have an amazing day. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in my next video. Lots of love.